Welcome to the Smart Influencer Podcast. I'm Corinne.
And I'm Christina.
And together we help digital entrepreneurs streamline their businesses, maximize revenue, and finally feel in control of their time.
Every week we share tried and true strategies, proven systems, and expert interviews to help you grow your influence and income without the burnout. So if you're ready to get smarter about how you run your business, you're in the right place.
Before we dive in, if you love what you hear, be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you find today's conversation helpful, please share it with a friend who could use it too.
Okay, so today we are back with one of our all-time favorite guests, Corinne Schmidt. Welcome back to the show, Corinne.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
My pleasure. So last week you told us about a really cool IRS code that we should be taking advantage of. 100%. And today you're back. What's that?
100%. Everyone 100%. Should be. 100%.
And today you're back. You have another interesting code to tell us about, another way that we can maximize our tax deductions.
I do. Do you want to do all our disclaimers before we begin?
Yes, let's do all of our disclaimers because that is super duper important.
Yes.
We are not accountants. We are not tax advisors. We are not professionals in that realm in any way, shape, or form. Please do not take our advice, our recommendations, our discussions as, what do we want to say?
Legal or tax advice. Yeah. Like, please run it by your people that actually do that.
Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought where I was going with that, but you get the gist. Yep. Yes, please definitely email your accountant, your attorney, your tax preparer, whoever you're using. Don't just take our word for it or Corinne's word for it.
Although I will say, I am imparting it with all honesty as I understand it. So we need the caveat because it's not what I do for a living. So, my wonky brain could have done something, I might have missed a detail that's important. So by all means, confirm the information.
Yeah. But these are strategies that you are using in your business, which is why we're sharing them. We felt it would be interesting for our audience to learn about them as well.
To save all sorts of money.
So here we are a couple days before Christmas talking about tax code. Oh, yay.
Woohoo! Actually, it is about tax code, but I'm talking about keeping more money.
Okay.
For me, it's all about
let's go that route. Let's take that route.
Oh.
So what kind of fabulous recommendation do you have for us today, Corinne?
Okay. So last week when we talked about it, again, my goal is to get my taxes as low as possible. So take as many deductions as I legally can, but then get to keep the money that I took the deduction for. So we're all really great at getting deductions, like investing in software, investing in a new computer. We didn't get to keep the money. We get the deduction, but we didn't get to keep the money. Now we do have a thing. So it's not like that's pointless, but I'm really interested in the strategies that will let me keep all of the money, but still get the deduction. So last week's was a great one, and anyone that's in business that's listening to this can do it. This week's tip is for, you have to be an S Corp. It doesn't work if you're not an S Corp. So, I hate to tune out all of the people, but if you are not an S Corp yet, it might be worth doing it just to get this benefit. Your situation. I don't know anyone's situation. Okay.
Talk to your accountant or tax advisor.
Yes, because I'm not qualified to help you make that decision. But I am an S Corp, so I was very excited to learn about this, and I will give you all of the IRS names of where to go find things so that when you go to talk to your accountant, you can pull up all the right documentation. So the thing that I'm sharing about today is called an HRA, not to be confused with an HSA. So an HSA, which is not what I'm talking about today, is a health savings account, right? So and so despite the fact the letters sound the same, none of them stand for the same thing other than the H. Now an HRA is a health reimbursement arrangement. It's very different. It's very different. HSAs have a whole other set of rules. You've got to carry a high deductible plan. Okay, I'm giving a lot of details about it because we're not doing it. We're not talking about that. The health reimbursement arrangement, the way this would work is you would have an employee in your business, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then the employee, as part of their compensation package, would have an HRA. And an HRA, as opposed to an HSA, is employer funded. An HSA, the employee contributes to. An HRA is employer funded. And there's a maximum to this. So, first of all, to read about HRAs, it's IRS publication 969. And specifically for businesses our size, we're looking at a QSE HRA. It's a very specific type. And that's a, hold on, let me get you all the letters so that you know what it means. I've got lots of things open to make sure that I gave you like the actual letters and the right data. QSE is qualified small employer health
Okay.
reimbursement arrangement. So
Okay.
that's what kind we would be doing because we're small, we're small businesses. So QSE HRA is what you would be setting up. And hold on, I've got another thing open here. To know the types of expenses that we're covering, you're going to go look at publication 502 from the IRS. So these are the key things that you need to know when you bring this to your accountant or to your tax person. Okay, so you hire someone. It can be someone in your family, and I think it might be able to be you, but that I'm less clear on. So you have an employee, and as part of their compensation package, you offer them an HRA. Now, what do you do with an HRA, and why is this helpful to us? I'm glad that you asked. So what you're going to do with that is any expense that's not covered by insurance, right? The reason that they created this is so that employers, small businesses that can't afford to provide insurance for their employees, are going to help offset some of the health expenses. So
Okay.
anything that's not covered by insurance, and so the person can be insured. Like it's not prohibitive. They can be insured, unlike with an HSA where you can't. So they can have insurance, but then anything that insurance doesn't cover that is in that publication 502,
Right.
you can reimburse them for. And it
Okay.
is a very generous and long list of things. Band-aids, over-the-counter medication, gym memberships, your co-pays for your doctor,
Okay.
health insurance premiums.
Oh,
So, like, just so you understand the power of this, this is money you're already spending, right? Like you're already buying Band-Aids, you're already buying your cough medicine, you're already buying Tylenol, or whatever the things are. You're already buying vitamins, all the things that you're already spending money on. Your company is now going to reimburse you for that. So you're going to keep those receipts, you're going to turn them into the employer, to your business,
do
and
you?
the business is going to write you a check up to the dollar amount that's allowed, which, hold on, let me grab that for you because I do have that open in one of these windows. It is for an employee only. It is for, oh, this is an older one. It's like 5,800 a year, I think. So
So
up to,
significant.
yeah, almost $6,000 in receipts. Again, you were already spending it and you weren't getting to write it off. And here's the kicker. Unlike HSA, actually, I'm not going to talk about HSAs. It's not taxable. So when you reimburse it, because it's a reimbursement for a health expense, on the personal side, the person that's collecting that as as part of their compensation package, even though it's part of their compensation package, because it's a reimbursement for a medical expense, you don't report it on your taxes. Legally, you're not supposed, like
Mm.
it's not supposed to be included in your taxable income. It's not considered taxable income. But on the
Okay.
business side, it's a legitimate business expense.
So it's a deduction you can take.
It's a deduction you can take.
So I could
Well,
hire my husband
mhm.
to do some sort of task for my business and have him as a salaried employee.
Yes.
Any salary counts? Any size
Any
salary?
salary, like he could work for you 1 hour a month and you could pay him 25 bucks. And as part of his compensation package, in addition to that salary, you're giving him an HRA. And
Oh,
if you have a family, it's expected that you shop for the family. It's all of your family's expenses as long as he makes the purchase and turns in the receipt.
okay.
As
So
I
that's
understand it. As I understand it. So if he's the
confirmed with your
person
tax
that's in
preparer.
charge of doing the grocery shopping, buying all the medication, he makes the purchase, he turns in the receipt, the business reimburses him up to whatever the dollar amounts are. And it is a separate dollar amount if it's a family. And this is where it starts to get in the nuances that I don't know. So I'm not going to talk to it. Like make sure you get the advice from your person so you know the exact maximum that you can do per year.
Uh-huh.
But yes, not income. It's not considered income on his side. and it's a legitimate tax expense for you, a business deduction.
Interesting. Interesting. Now,
Yep.
this covered by is any type of business um organization covered by this? LLC, sole proprietorship, S corp.
So you have to have W-2 employees,
Okay.
which you're not going to have as a standard LLC as a sole proprietor. The sole proprietors won't they have that. So you have to
Okay.
be at least an LLC with as an S corp so that you have
Okay.
a W-2, or you have to be a C corp, which I don't
Okay.
know. We probably have a couple that are C corps. It's very rare in our business,
Right, right, right.
our target demographic, but we might have a fair portion. Like I'm an S corp.
Right.
So yeah, if you are paying yourself a salary, like you are already like you probably are filing taxes as an S corp. So then you can use this. But yeah, if you're a sole proprietor still, this doesn't work for you. You have to have an employee. It has to be a W-2 employee.
But if you are paying yourself, does it count for you then? Can you
I
create this HR?
believe that it does, but I am not 100% certain. So that's a question I'm going to ask you to ask your
Okay.
attorney.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So this could be a very nice way to recoup some
Yes.
extra money.
Because again, it's the money you were already spending. You're just now getting a way
Hmm.
to bring down your taxes, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you take it as a business deduction. So
Hmm.
you're not going out spending more money. It's the stuff you were buying
Right.
anyway.
Hmm.
You're just finding a way now to get it, to use it as a business
As a deduction.
deduction.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. And then you're not paying tax on it on the personal side.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't, yeah, like the one we talked about last week, it doesn't, it's not
Yeah.
included as income on your 1040.
Yeah, if you didn't listen to last week's episode, she had another great way to save some money. So make sure you go back and listen to episode 250 because there's some great advice
And
there.
that one is for anyone. Like
Yeah.
sole proprietors can use that as well. So again, this is a health reimbursement arrangement, an HRA. You want the qualified small employer version, so the QSE HRA, not an HSA. That is something completely different. If you've got an HSA, that's actually better. Like that's a whole, but that is, it's more complicated to stand up.
Yeah, that's a different animal.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal. So if you've got an HSA, this probably doesn't apply to you. In fact, I don't think you can have an HRA with an HSA. So
Okay.
if you're at that stage of business, you're beyond this. But if you're not, like this is a really great little loophole that lets us keep more money that get the deduction and then reimburse ourselves for things we were buying anyway.
Yeah.
Like I love that. So
So I did put the names of the publication, the IRS publication codes in the show notes. So you can grab them there. It was IRS publication 969 and IRS publication 502. Again, I don't think we mentioned this at the top of the show, but this only applies to United States
yeah, oh yes.
listeners. I'm
Yeah.
sure you, if you're not from the United States, you gathered that from the word IRS. But just to be crystal clear, this
Right.
is a US based tax code
Yes,
issue.
and that publication 502 is the one that breaks down all of the possible like expenses that
Hmm.
are qualified medical expenses. And just for fun, even if you're not going to do this, I recommend you go read it because it is great. Like in general, I always feel like the IRS conspires against us, or like I just think of it as this big entity that's trying to take all my money, which is not fair. And I apologize if anybody like lives with someone that works for the IRS, but that's the little monster
Yeah.
that I'm picturing, right? And when you go look at this, it's like I it will change your perspective on that. It's like they tried to help people out and they're like, really anything that helps your health. There are some crazy things on there that you wouldn't have thought. So if you're like, I don't know that I spend that
Hmm.
much on these items, go check out publication 502 because it is a
Like,
very lengthy list.
let's say somebody wants LASIK.
It's on there.
Oh,
It's on there.
man.
Hmm.
So yeah,
So,
even optical, probably dental,
hmm.
right? Because that's a lot of like I know a lot of people have extra dental expenses, kids braces, Invisalign, things like that. That
I think there are a lot of elective surgeries on there as well. Like I guess LASIK being one of them. So I'm not going to try and
oh,
remember
I'm gonna go check it
yeah,
out.
but for sure, check it out because, like, yeah, fact check me on this, guys. Because again, I'm giving you 100% honesty from how I interpreted it, but this is not my wheelhouse. Like, I can't say that enough confirm this information with the person that does your taxes, but
Yeah.
definitely go check it out because it is, as I understand it, and as I'm using it in my business, very powerful, a very powerful and easy way to
Yeah.
just keep more of your money.
And if you didn't listen to last week's episode, go back and listen to it. You'll get some more helpful. If you're going to be sending that email to your accountant or reaching out to them, you might as well follow up on two things, not just one. So make sure you do that.
And we're recording this in at the end of 2025. I am like, this has been my passion for the last several weeks is learning all about this. So if you come to the summit in April, come corner me and set me down because I could geek out on this like for hours. So yeah, hit me up there. I'm gonna bribe you to come to the summit.
Yeah. Speaking about the summit, if you didn't get your tickets to our inaugural Smart Influencer Summit in 2026 in April, make sure you head over to thesmartinfluencer.com/summit and get your tickets. Early bird ticket prices are only available for a limited time, and you are going to want to be part of this. If you didn't hear our announcement about it a few weeks ago, or even our episode about the upcoming sessions that we're going to be having, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. We think you're going to love it. We are so excited about it.
Super.
And it's limited seating.
Yep.
So,
All right.
check it out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to tag us on Instagram at the Smart Influencer with your biggest takeaway. If you're planning to follow up on this, send us an email at hello@thesmartinfluencer or drop us a DM and let us know how you're applying what you've learned from the podcast.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We will be back next week with another episode to help you grow smarter, work less, and earn more. See you then.
Bye.